Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me already, my name is Kathleen, and today I'm going to be talking about 22 life lessons that I've learned by 22. For those of you that don't know, I recently turned 22 a few weeks ago on March 11th. I'm a Pisces. There's a lot of things in my life that have been changing or that are going to change, and a lot of things that I've learned throughout my entire life, but also especially within the last 4 years of college. So I thought I could be your big sister today and just share some life lessons. So without further ado, let's get started. Number one is it's okay to say no. You should not be sacrificing yourself to please other people, especially people who do not deserve it. I am such a yes person and I'm still learning this, but I've gotten a lot better. And saying no is actually really powerful because then you stand your ground and people can't ever say anything to you, because the moment you start saying yes, people begin to expect things from you, and the toxic, wrong people will continue to use you over and over again. Lesson number two is that mistakes are good. You should always take accountability and be proud of your mistakes. Don't ever let someone make you feel bad for making a mistake, because as long as you learn from it, then no one can ever say anything to you because you just didn't know. In life, like, people will make fun of you for making mistakes and for maybe looking silly because you didn't know how to do something, but the way to move past that is by actually learning from that mistake and going there. I always tell people, like, the best thing that you can do is when something feels scary and terrifying, to just go for it. Even if you're gonna make a mistake, even if something's gonna happen, people are going to make fun of you as much as you feel embarrassed. So if you're confident in your mistakes, people are not going to be able to get to you, and that makes you powerful. Lesson number three is that you can get back money, but you cannot get back time. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm 22 years old. These last just 4 years of college have flown by. And right now I'm just like taking in everything and just trying to like enjoy every last memory I can make, because at the end of the day, guys, everything you have that's tangible gets left behind. And then the only thing that goes with you is who you are and the experiences that you make and the memories. And I know that's so cliche and stuff, but it's really true. Like, you should always work hard towards things, because, you know, we need money and like tangible things to succeed and progress in life. But make sure you're making that time to create memories and to be around the people that you love, because that's what's going to last forever. Lesson number four is you are the only person in control of your life. Especially in high school, there's so many people that will like try and tell you to do things that maybe aren't at your best interest. You are the only person who is in charge of making choices for yourself. Do not let anybody else do that. Don't do things just because they're cool. I know we've all been a part of that. I wish when I was in high school I didn't care about popularity, but that's what I thought was important in life. But don't let those things get to you. You're in control, and like I said, like, once you don't let things bother you, people will notice that and people will stop saying things to you, because then they just can't get to you anymore. Lesson number five is that you are the only person that is holding you back. I promise you, there's so many things that you've probably said to yourself, like, oh, I really want to do this, or I wish I could do that. You can. There's nothing stopping you. You're the only person holding yourself back. If you're afraid of something, or you're afraid what people might think, that does not matter. Make decisions for yourself and for yourself only, because people aren't successful by just playing it safe. People take risks, and you deserve to take risks for yourself that will make you happy in life. Lesson number six is that you cannot control everything that happens to you in life. I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason, and not only is that just like a way to think like, oh, you know, good things are here because I deserve it, but also because even if bad things happen, that you have to tell yourself that something good will come out of it, and that you'll meet someone from that, you'll experience something new from that, or you'll grow in a different kind of way that you may not have been able to before if that didn't happen. There's so many beautiful parts of life, as well as like sad and tragic parts of life, but I think if you change your perspective and absorb those events differently, then it'll have a greater impact on you and your growth. Lesson number seven is that nothing is permanent. Everything changes. Please, if you're gonna spend 2 years getting over a stupid ex-boyfriend who cheated on you over and over and over again, I hate seeing people cry and like be upset over these things, because like everything is like temporary. You need to just focus on yourself and understand that that feeling is just going to disappear after a while, and you're going to end up being just okay. Similarly with like experiences and like life, like, don't get so hung over people who act stupid or who don't appreciate you. Like, you know, those moments are just like temporary. Nothing is permanent. Things are always going to change. My motto in life, which I think I'm going to say later on, is if it doesn't matter in 5 years, then there's no reason for you to spend more than 5 minutes thinking about it. Lesson number 8 is quality over quantity. And I mean this in every single aspect. In high school, I thought I needed to have 27 friends, but each and every single one of those friends were terrible, shitty, they didn't care about me. I do not talk to them anymore. Instead, what's more valuable is having 4 friends, 2 friends who are down for you and who are going to be there for you no matter what, because that quality is long lasting and that's going to be more meaningful to you. Like similarly for social media, like YouTube videos, for example, like I'd rather make a good quality YouTube video instead of making like 4 terrible, short, not really put in effort kind of videos. Lesson number 9 is save your money. Oh my goodness, when we're young, we spend our money, we want to do this and go out, and I'm definitely guilty of this myself. Save your money. There's so much grace that you can give yourself when you work hard, and after you graduate especially, like you have something going for yourself. Please get a job. You learn so much from just working in retail or whatever, even if it's just for like a little piece of time. Find a way to make money and save that money. You should be allocating different parts of your money to pay for different things. Also, I tell everyone you should be getting a credit card when you turn 18 years old, because there's so much that you learn about saving your money and using it wisely by having a credit card. So if you have one, then when you get paid, you know, take a portion of that and put that in your savings. Take a portion of that to pay off your credit card, and then you can keep a portion in case you need something to buy that week or whatever. Lesson number 10 is that being alone is powerful, not depressing. I think I've mastered being alone a little bit too much, where I started to self-isolate myself, but being alone is something so special. When you're able to find peace in just your own company, you start to realize that you don't really need other people. And I don't mean that in the way where you should shun others and just like not have friends and just be alone all the time. You know that you make yourself happy and that you're able to be there for yourself in your own company. And then when little things start to come up and when you realize that people in your life are no longer being there for you in the ways that you need them, then you're a lot better at pushing them away or getting rid of toxicity, because you know you're so comfortable with your own self and you're not relying on other people to make you happy and to fulfill your space and to help you get out of bed in the morning. Like when you can do all of that by yourself, trust me, that's so powerful. Especially in college, there's so many people who can't eat dinner alone, like can't study alone, like they need to be with someone at every single moment. And like sometimes it's great to be around friends and be with people, but have your own alone time. And like if you can, challenge yourself. Like I haven't done it yet, but I want to go to like a restaurant all by myself. Like yeah, it might be like awkward and weird, but like being able to be so comfortable by yourself is just like powerful. Lesson number 11 is that you should be nice to everyone that you meet. You never know who you'll come across. This is a big thing for a lot of like business owners or like high CEOs. They are nice to everyone they meet. They're probably the nicest people in the whole entire world, because that's how they build those connections. People are only going to remember you for who you are and how you treated them, not for what you're wearing. Maybe they will, but for a moment. At the end of the day, like if you're a good person, then you're doing your part, you know? Even if someone is not deserving of it, sometimes then you need to, cliche, kill them with kindness, because giving your energy towards being upset towards someone or like argumentative, sometimes it's just not worth it, because being peaceful and just throwing out kindness is gonna be what gets you far in the end. Also, because like even just in college, for example, like you just saying hi to someone that you see in the hallway could completely change their day. And there's just so much behind that. I'm such a firm believer that like everyone you like pass by in life, like, you know, always say hello, always greet. And I think that's just because I grew up like Latina, and so that's just how we are. But I hate being given the cold shoulder, and like I just like saying hello to everyone I see, because there's so many people that I've met who I ended up saying hi to and led into a conversation, and they were going through something that I would have had no idea about if I didn't say hello to them in the first place. Lesson number 12 is very simple. Trust your gut. That's all I have to say. Lesson number 13 I mentioned a little bit earlier, but if it won't matter in 5 years, do not spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. Like there's just no point. Like same with like sometimes there's like drama in college or things. Like these people, are you really going to know them in 5 years and talk to them in 5 years? Maybe you will, then you can spend more than 5 minutes, but most of the time you won't. And there's no reason for you to let Sarah's drama get in between you and your own priorities. Lesson number 14, I'm still learning myself. Make time for yourself. Take care of yourself. There's so much power in self-care. I say every single day you should be doing something for yourself, because that's what's going to make every day so much better. Because if you're just pouring yourself out for other people or just doing things that are stressing you out, then you're not living life in the present, and you're not just like enjoying that time and being there in life. Instead, you're just stressing yourself out. So I say every single day, do something that you love for an hour at least. Get rid of your phone, like paint, watch a show, you know, maybe just like FaceTime your mom. Like do something that's meaningful to you and important to you, because that's what's going to change your perspective of life and for that day. Lesson number 15 is that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. And you can take this even in the smallest way. When you're going to the store and you can't find what you're looking for, ask someone who works there. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't spend 30 minutes trying to find it for yourself when you could just easily take 2 seconds, ask a question, and get it in 5 minutes. But also just in life, like, there's people in your life who want to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to ask for support, to ask for a shoulder to cry on. Like, we have our moments. You don't need to pretend to be so strong all the time. Like, it's okay to be emotional and ask for help and to get vulnerable with someone. I think honestly it's powerful being able to be vulnerable, because there's so many people who are so cold and just can't express themselves, and it creates that wall between people and friendships, relationships, etc. So I highly encourage you to ask help when needed. Lesson number 16 is you will not lose what is meant for you. If it leaves, it was time to, even if it doesn't feel like it. This one is so important, and I've learned this one such the hard way. Like, there's so many friendships that I thought I needed in my life, and so many ways of life and just things that I thought were so important, and when they went away, I was just like so devastated or just so confused as to why it happened. But I learned that those things made me the person I am today, and you know, created the rest of my life to end up in a much positive and happier way. And similarly to relationships too, like, if people leave you, break up with someone, like, I'm telling you, you're going to feel a lot better than you feel in that very moment. I promise you. This is where I say you should be confident of who you are. Like, if someone is not treating you right, stand up for yourself and say something, because if they leave you, then they were never meant for you. You don't deserve to have someone who's just going to drag you down or who's going to bring out the worst in you. You deserve people who are going to uplift you, who are going to stick by you even through the hard times. Lesson 17 is that your pain will turn into power. It's true. When you lose things, when you feel upset, like I said, it's not permanent. It's going to make you more powerful and stronger to handle the next obstacle that happens in life, because life is not perfect. Things are supposed to happen. I believe that the universe sends their toughest battles to their strongest warriors, and you're more capable of getting through this than you think you are. Lesson number 18 is that you cannot change the situation, but you can change your mindset. This is crucial. There's so many things in life that you cannot control, and that is okay. You're not meant to control them. Instead, you can control yourself in the way you look at things. Like, for example, let's say like you don't get this job that you applied for. Instead of thinking like, oh, I'm probably not the best candidate for this, like you know, they probably thought that I wasn't good enough. Instead, think that, you know, I'm too good for this job. There's more opportunities out there who are more deserving of me and my work and my passion for this, and it just wasn't meant to happen. And having that shift in mindset, I promise you, just even vocalizing that out loud is going to make such a big difference in the way you see yourself. And it's going to make you more confident, and it's going to make you fearless. Lesson number 19 is don't rush into things. Let it happen as it comes. Like I said, the universe is going to pull you and give you what you're meant to have in life. So just let it happen. Don't rush into things. Don't seek things. I see a lot of people out there like looking for like relationships and like avidly like stressing themselves out about it. I promise you, the moment you stop thinking about something, if it's meant to be for you, it will come to you automatically. Lesson number 20 is to let go of what no longer serves you. This could be people. This could be a lifestyle. This could be clothing. There's so many things that we hang on to sometimes to make ourselves feel like someone that we're not, or to avoid confrontation, or to avoid difficulty, or having to start over in life. But if something doesn't serve you and you know that it's not benefiting you or it's making you feel worse in life, you deserve to let it go. And as hard as it is, I know it's such a terrible feeling, but I promise you, future you is going to thank you so much. I had to make such difficult decisions in my life in the last 4 years, and in that moment I thought my world was over. But looking back, I'm so proud of myself for standing up for myself, and now I don't let people treat me badly, and I don't let people say things about me, because I'm able to stand up for myself now because I took that chance those years back. Lesson number 21, which is funny because I just talked about this last night with a friend. When people tell you who they are, believe them. Do not try and paint a different picture. Some people will tell you the truth about them, and sometimes we think it's a joke, but it's not. Someone might tell you, oh, I really love to like start drama, and then you come to realize that they really do like to start drama. Believe people. Do not give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You'll know when someone's deserving of it, but some people just have bad intentions, and if they're telling you this up front, I promise you, do not even try to paint a different picture. Believe them. And lesson number 22, work hard for the things that you love and want, but don't overwork and lose that love. That's why I think hobbies are just so important, because you should always have something that you do for yourself, something that makes you happy, that you can just be in love with doing. Because sometimes when you work so hard towards certain things, you lose that love. Like I know in college, a lot of people change their major because they're really passionate about something, but then when you're doing it every single day and like you're getting graded on it and like you're doing all these assignments and like tested on it and it's just overwhelming, people lose that love sometimes. So just give yourself the time to sit back, reflect on it, and to like remind yourself how much you love something, so that way you never lose that. And I know I said I had 22 lessons, but I'm going to throw in a special extra one. Move in silence so no one can affect your journey. And I'm not talking about don't have friends or don't reconnect with your families and don't share things with them. Share things to the people that you know and trust. But there's something so special about moving in silence and just being proud of yourself by yourself. So many people post things on social media. We love when people are able to tell us congratulations, like this is so cool, like we love showing things off. But when you're able to keep something for yourself, move in silence, and you're proud of yourself by yourself, you'll slowly start to realize that you don't need that feedback from other people anymore. You just need to be there for yourself. And you are your hardest critic. You are your biggest supporter. So do things for yourself and move in silence sometimes, because it'll give you a lot more power and make you a lot prouder of what you're doing. That's my big sister advice for you guys. I really hope that even if you can relate to any of these lessons in the slightest bit, that I help just like change your mindset just like a little bit. I'd love to talk more about any of these topics. If you're interested, then just comment them down below. But that is all that I have for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.
Hello, stranger.